can't touch this. 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 Can't touch this.
Hello, everyone. We're back again on the Ultimate Podcast for the Baltimore Ravens. I am Shells the Hoodie Mac here with my guy
Trey. I still love the Ravens holiday, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And welcome to Big Fly Shot.
Let's go.
This is the Ultimate Podcast for the Baltimore Ravens. We get into all things Ravens with you. From the gritty gridiron battles to field analysis, we're going to break it all down to a healthy dose of purple pride, whether you're a diehard fan or a casual observer. Join us as we dissect all the latest news, debate the toughest topics, and celebrate the spirit of the Baltimore Ravens. Grab your purple and black gear. Monday, all black.
Yes, sir.
Make sure that you check us out every Wednesday at 8:15. Subscribe, click the notification, and stay up to stay up to date on everything. Ravens, here with us.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling today, brother?
Man, I feel good, bro. You feel me? It ain't nothing like a good victory Wednesday. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It always gets the week started right. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to go ahead and just start there. What was your biggest takeaway from this game against the Browns? If anyone who doesn't know, the Ravens defeated the Browns on Sunday, 41-17 was the final score. What was your takeaway, bro?
Man, I guess if I had to give one takeaway, it would be we can still win even when Derrick Henry don't get it in. No diddy.
It was definitely a quiet day for Derrick Henry. That's a fact. Yeah. What else you take away from the game?
Bro, I try not to take too much from it because it was the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? But even with that being said, divisional game, we gave up games to them last year that I feel like we should have won. So I can't take the win for granted in any way whatsoever. I'm just impressed with what the offense did. Still putting up 4 touchdowns, all passes by Lamar. Shout out to my man, Tez Walker, career 3 catches, career 3 touchdowns. Shout out to D-Hop, showing that sometimes things come out fresh when you put them in the wash. You feel me? No matter what they say, you feel me?
That's a fact, though.
It game wise, defense much better. Didn't play down to the competition. You know what I'm saying? So I could appreciate that. And kind of like I said last week, we really had a very dominant offensive game last week, but it was the Buffalo Bills. I'm always glad to see the Ravens take care of business when they're supposed to take care of business, because we are not able to do that sometimes. So I feel good about that. But I think that's my main takeaways. You feel me? Still winning without a heavy dose of Derrick Henry. Still keeping our foot on the gas and not playing down to the level of competition. Wasn't too many rooms to judge. I'm sorry, not too much space to judge coaching. Not too much space to judge coaching this week because we pretty much were in control the whole game. But that's cool with me. I believe there's a lot of teams that we should be able to be in control of the whole game. So I'm looking forward to that.
I agree. my biggest take from this game this week was we finally played a complete game. This is probably the first time I feel like we played a complete game on all facets of the, you know, offense, defense, and special teams. Um, as you can see, we got the block punt. That was big because that really got the scoring going. As you can see in the first half, it was still a game. It was like 13-3 or 10-3 or something like that. So we wasn't like it was a tough game, a tough divisional game in the beginning, but I was happy to see us able to get some turnovers, turn turnovers into scores, and also just keep, like you said, keep our foot on the gas. That was my biggest takeaway from this game. I expected us to win. I expected us to cover, win big, that 11 and a half. As you can see, we definitely won big. And also, second week in a row, putting up 40 or more points. So right now we have 40 and a half points offensively. And I feel amazing about that. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Did you feel like there was anybody who like exceeded any player performance that exceeded your expectations?
I definitely never want to say Roquan Smith exceeded my expectations.
Yo, that's where I was getting ready to go, bro. That's who I was thinking about. But go ahead.
That's the kind of game I would want Roquan to have. I feel like when he got here, probably in that first whole season, that's the kind of games we was getting out of him. Again, kind of you mentioned, I don't know if it was last week or a couple weeks ago. The person beside Roquan might really make a difference on how freely he's able to play. I'm not really sure, and I don't want to, speak ill about Trenton Simpson, but his snaps are going down. But yeah, Roquan had a good game. You know what I'm saying? A very impressive game. Scoop and score, great. You feel me? Nate Wiggins, not even about an exceptional game, but one thing I know that he said he wanted to do when he had opportunity to get the ball in his hands to do that, he did that on Sunday. This is week 2. He's already 1 pick in. I was glad to see that. And that was probably like the main thing. Offensively, even though we produced on offense, no particular standout performance. Again, I can't knock Ted with the 2 tutties, but if you get open, Lamar can get you the ball. You feel me? One thing I did see wasn't necessarily again standout performance, but I seen him with the Zay a lot, and I'm not upset with that at all. You feel me? If he's gonna be our number 1 guy, you feel me? I like the idea of being able to get Zay the ball whenever we want to. So I wasn't mad at that neither. You feel me? Small things I seen. But yeah, I say standout players, you feel me? Definitely Roquan Smith in this particular game, but also a lot of good key contributions from other people on the team.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on Roquan. You could tell Ray Lewis was in the building. You could tell he was in the building. And Roquan here and letting him know what he need to do or the spirit that he need to go out there and play with, because he definitely brought that spirit to the field. He had a hell of a game, like 15 tackles or something crazy like that. You know what I'm saying?
15 tackles, 3
fumble
tackles
recovery,
for loss.
Yeah. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. Like, that's an amazing stat line. Definitely like to see defense definitely getting turnovers. I like what I see with Mike Green. He may not be getting the sacks, but he's been extremely active. He's been causing a lot of different things. He got his hands on Flacco, but he wasn't able to finish. I think Flacco may have threw the ball or something like that, or somebody else got the sack. But hey, I'm definitely offensively, I feel like we came out and started playing like a little lackadaisical a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's why we had that slow start. Um, I don't want to start no narratives, but I feel like Lamar didn't want to run at all. I felt like he had that made up in his mind that he was not going to run. You can speculate on your reasons on why he may do that. Some people have some reason, and we can get into that maybe later. But yeah, and they just started really, really slow. But ultimately, we were just way more talented than the Browns all the way around. D Hop's performance has been amazing. Walker's performance has been amazing. It's always great to have guys that's third or fourth on your depth chart, and they're able to come in
Mm-hmm.
and produce immediately and put points
Yes.
up on the, you know, yeah, put points up on that. So that's been amazing for real. With that being said, it was a great win. And what we're going to do right now, and what may be a little tradition, we're going to smoke on that Browns pack real quick.
Okay. Smoke on that Browns pad.
Oh, that Browns back. Smoke it on that Browns back. Oh, that Browns back. Smoke it on that Browns back.
Hey. Uh-uh.
All right. And that's all the celebration we really get because it's on to the next game, which will be Monday Night
Mm-hmm.
Football.
Prime
The
time.
Baltimore Ravens versus the Detroit Lions, what everyone would like to call the Brother Bowl, the two blackest cities in America. How you feel about this game, brother?
So the scary holiday, you feel me? It's like, all right, man, you feel me? Detroit has a good offense, you feel me? They're able to put up numbers. They got a lot of interesting plays that they run. They've been pretty good over the last 2 seasons of making some things happen. But I just feel like we kind of continue to be able to rise to the occasion against these NFC teams. So as good as they may be in the NFC, I feel like at home on prime time, uh, I feel like we'll find a way to win. But I definitely would like to see some more pressure from the defensive line if we're going to be able to secure a victory. Because I feel like with all the things that the Detroit Lions like to do, we need to be able to throw their timing off. And the pass rush is a great way to throw timing off. So we're going to allow Jared Goff to have time for these plays develop or for some of these very fast guys to get maybe some separation or somebody talented like Amon-Ra St. Brown have an opportunity to really develop his routes. It could be a longer game than it needs to be. But if we get good pass rush, I think that
Mm-hmm.
that'd be a good determining factor in how our defense is able to affect the game. Offensively, I feel like we could drop another 40 if we want to. You feel me?
If
So
we want.
I'm not I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not as concerned about that as I am like potentially with their defense, with their offense could potentially do because they are talented.
Yeah, they are. Definitely a talented team. Um, had a big week too. Went out and put out 52 points. So they definitely going to come into this week feeling good, feeling like they're
On
able
who
to
though?
execute. I think it was the Bears,
Yeah, I
on the
think so
Bears,
too.
and it was some personal. They had something personal, and not saying they not going to have something personal coming into this game because last time they came into the bank, we put a spanking on them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I feel like is we're going to score the same amount or just as many points as we scored in that game. It's just going to be, like you said, up to that pass rush and Really, Roquan and them, if they're able to stop the run and make the Lions one-dimensional, and our pass rush is able to at least hit them. You don't got to get sacks all the time, but you have to bother them. If you go back there and you get no quarterback hits and you get no sacks, you're going to have a long day. The Bears, they got no quarterback hits. They got no sacks. Jared Goff went out there and he threw 5 touchdowns. They are that talented. So we definitely have to come into this game focused and ready to, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be in all black. So I ain't really worried about the defense really playing up to their capabilities, but they still got to show it on the field.
Sure enough. And when it comes to that quarter, as you said, quarterbacks don't like getting hit. Even the GOAT himself. In games where, even if he wasn't necessarily getting sacks, he was getting pressures and hits. You feel me? They affected the way
Long
he played.
days. It definitely
the way he played. The only thing that affected him more was Ed Reed, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Now, the only thing that worries me offensively, and which is going to continue to worry me offensively, is our offensive line. The offensive line, you know what I'm saying? We about to go against a really good defensive line, especially with Aiden Hutchinson, I believe his name is.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. Coming back off an injury, you know this guy's hungry for real, no diddy. He's going to want to get some sacks. He's going to want to get at Lamar Jackson. We can't have that. And the more they're watching the tape, they're finding the weak spots on the offensive line. And let's just see. Hopefully, Derrick Henry has a great game. And, they play it straight up. Because if you play it straight up, it's going to be a long day. But if you all right, we're going to stop the pass, and you just play to stop the pass, we're going to run. You play to stop the run, we're going to pass. So it's just all right, how much are we executing today? But I don't think anybody can stop us.
With that being said, I seen earlier, I think it was today, that the Detroit Lions picked up free agent wide receiver / quarterback now. Again, I guess. Malik Cunningham. You feel Malik Cunningham has been on the Ravens, I believe, for the last 3 to 4 seasons, primarily a practice squad player. Hasn't had a extended amount of time playing during the regular season, but he has been in the building. He's been in the program. He's also a Louisville quarterback. Only one Lamar Jackson, but some likeness to him. But with all that being said, Detroit Lions have brought him in to prepare for this game against the Ravens to play that scout quarterback. Do you think that provide any kind of advantage for Detroit coming up?
No. Not at all. It's only one Lamar Jackson. It's only one. He's the only one that can do the things that he can do. So it's no matter how much you can prepare, he doesn't have Lamar Jackson's instincts. That's what makes Lamar Jackson Lamar Jackson. It's his instincts. It's his ability to just know when to move, know when to run, know when to back up, know when to juke. That's what makes him different. You can't prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same like Saquon and all these guys that have these incredible abilities. You can't prepare for the speed. It's nobody. You can't put a DN in the backfield and say, "Yo, beat Derrick Henry," because he's not gonna be Derrick Henry. So it don't matter if he got the same type of capabilities or close to the capabilities of the player. It's only one player, so you could try. That's why it's so difficult to beat Lamar Jackson, because you can't find another one. Ain't nobody that you can find that you can scout to prepare for this guy. That's why the only teams that really, really have success is the teams that play him over and over and over again. You just got to keep saying it. But they don't. So, I'm not even wishing y'all luck. Nah. Good
No,
riddance, really.
that definitely that's a direct reflection of his outstanding AFC winning record. You feel me? Because those guys don't see anything like Lamar. Any other team that really
Yeah.
presents a problem for us, again, like you said, is the teams that do see him twice a year, every year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then teams that do have other outstanding players at the quarterback position. You feel me?
Exactly.
Because they always put a top four. And one of the guys they put in the top four, he is a talented passing quarterback, but he has very great receivers. They talk about his Super Bowl run. I'm sorry to go a little off topic. I got
No,
him
this
mini
is going
rant.
right. You going right into the next segment, actually. So keep
They
going.
they talk about this guy's Super Bowl run, which was the year Lamar Jackson was hurt. He has a losing
Mm-hmm.
record against Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Uh-huh.
kind of like, your team is the only team that has this quote unquote top 5 quarterback, 4, you know what I'm saying? If you want to say it like that can't produce wins over Lamar Jackson. You feel me? So that's a whole conversation to be had about him, not to take anything away from him. But yeah.
And he in the division. You gotta say him twice. That's
Right.
2 L's a year. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, since he is probably the biggest storyline centered around the Ravens. How do you feel about Lamar Jackson as of right now having the highest quarterback rating ever in the history of the NFL?
How do I feel? Well, first and foremost, I feel thankful to Ozzy for bringing Lamar Jackson. Yeah, you feel me?
Shout out to Ozzy.
Did I ever expect to be a fan of the team with the quarterback of the highest quarterback rate in NFL history? No, I did not. You know what I'm saying? But on the Lamar aspect, these things aren't given. You know what I'm saying? These are accomplishments that he has earned while continuing to be himself and continuing to be denied of who he really is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we still want that championship, you feel me? But it should be way too much Lamar slander. And with this news coming out, a lot of statements are becoming different because you can't deny the numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny it, man. So
Can't
shout out to
deny the
Lamar Jackson.
numbers.
And it's
Shout
like
out
he's still getting better, bro. He's still getting better.
Nah, Lamar's the truth. Lamar's the truth. You look at his numbers, and that's I was like, dang, I think Lamar, like, I thought he was playing a little lackadaisical, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning of the game. But at the same time, he still had an amazing game. He threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. So it's like, what is it really to complain about? You know what I'm saying? And we got the dub. The guy is phenomenal. He's an amazing player. All he needs is to go ahead and bring that parade to Baltimore because it's about that time. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely, the statue probably start getting made already. You know what I'm saying? The jacket is getting seamed up. You feel me? Because he's definitely a first ballot. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get that jewelry. So
Yeah, for sure.
definitely shout out to Lamar. How you feel about Nick Wright having him at the top of the mountain finally? You put Lamar at the top of the mountain.
I respect an unbiased mountain, I guess. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's fair. You know what I'm saying? I think it's fair. You cannot deny the success that Patrick Mahomes had.
Right.
And he's rightfully been at the top of the mountain. But now that things are leveling out, you feel me, and it's coming down to who really the most talented player is, who the best
Mm-hmm.
player is. I think that Lamar Jackson is showing. You know what I'm saying? And people were saying like Tyreek Hill gone or this person injured or that person. You know what I'm saying? Like Lamar had a MVP season with some guys who you might not even remember what their names are. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo,
it's just like, and even though we have guys now, these were guys that were drafted, and developed through the system. But
right.
Patrick Mahomes had DeAndre Hopkins last year. So,
Can't
you know what
make
I'm
it work.
saying, bro? Come on, bro. Like Lamar Jackson, you feel
But I
me,
mean,
deserves to be at the top of the mountain.
all right, just to be fair, to
Mm-hmm.
Patrick's defense, they ain't got the weapons we got. You feel me? So when you got the weapons we got all the way around, and then it's like, dang, my fourth corner is on DeAndre Hopkins, you in trouble. That's why we just go to the crib every time he come in. Oh, y'all want to play man? Y'all gonna play man on DeAndre Hopkins? Go to the crib, bro. Go
Bro,
to the crib.
that touchdown, I knew it. I knew it, bro.
Yo, I
Soon
need
as I
every
looked at the
yo.
screen and I seen DeAndre, especially when when excuse me, he got robbed of a touchdown earlier in the game.
Right, robbed of a touchdown early.
When I seen that one-on-one coverage, I'm like, yo,
It's over.
I feel like this is gonna go back to him. You know what I'm saying?
It's
If I would
over.
have had time to hop on there and put a bet in for
Right.
next play, you know what I'm saying? I might have a couple extra dollars in my pocket, bro. I knew it was coming, bro. No did
Yeah, man.
I knew it. Yeah,
Yo,
facts though.
facts, bro.
Facts.
Definitely crazy. Chad, let's transition to some other things.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking on that pass rush you was talking about, seems we have a couple injuries on the defensive side. Kyle Van Noy. Did you? I'm not sure. Did you get an update? Have you heard an update on Kyle Van Noy?
Hamstring.
Uh, definitely out. They gave any projections as of yet?
Yeah. To the best of my knowledge, he's definitely out for this game. And
Okay.
a hamstring injury for a guy Kyle Van Noy age. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's playing great. You can't deny the body. So I feel like no
Yeah,
matter what the level of it was, him playing this game probably not a necessity, regardless. I haven't heard that
I
he is
agree.
playing or that he's not, but I definitely know that he is on
Yeah, I haven't heard it
injury
either.
list.
I'm just. So, how do you feel like that's going to affect our pass rush? You think what's the what's the guy? He's going to get moved up.
David Ajabo?
Jabo, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna have a negative effect on our pass rush. Um, I respect Kyle Van Noy's skill, but I think that his success is definitely a product of what he has around him. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
it's a
he's still a
collective.
quality player. Yeah, he's still a quality player. So that quality allows him to capitalize on situations, you feel me, based on other things that people might have to attend to when it comes to the defensive line. Nnamdi Madubuike, Travis Jones, just to name a few. Even Adafi Owe, if you're a fan, he does get pressure, even though he doesn't necessarily get the sacks. But most importantly, I think this is going to be a great opportunity for Mike Green to get a couple more snaps. You feel me? Regardless if
I
they bring
agree.
David Ajavo up or not, I think that you know, Mike, you almost got you a Malachi Starks ticket. You feel me? somebody's down. It's an opportunity for you to step up. And if he does produce or he does affect the game, I believe it's only going to make it way better for when Kyle Van Noy comes back. Probably be less snaps for him, which will probably be better for his body and maybe his longevity. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's going to have a negative impact. I just think that we're going to see who the next man up really is.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely more snaps for Mike Green should be good, better for him. I'm waiting on that first sack. I think it's gonna be like when he figure it out, it's gonna be like a 2-3 sack game for real. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's Monday night.
Hey,
how you feel about
time? It'll be a great time.
Everybody gonna see.
Have a coming out party, no Diddy.
Marlon Humphrey banged up.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel like that will affect the secondary, especially with Mr. Alexander being healthy scratches?
All right, so I guess like the biggest question, I'm gonna get right back to Marlon. But as far as Jair go and the healthy scratch, I respect the healthy scratch. You know what I'm saying? He missed the whole last month of off season. And it probably wasn't the best idea to play him in that first game. But I get it. He was able to play. It was a big deal. We put him out there. I just think it proved, I don't think he's not going to be good. I think that it's just too soon. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
if Marlon is hurt or needs less reps and Jair is available at least to lighten that load, that would be great. TJ Tampa stepped up in Jair's absence. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know who else did. I guess, you know, I don't know. Marlon will give some shit up, right? But Marlon will also lock some shit down. You feel me? So I can't.
Or he'll get that
can't
turnover
say,
when you need it.
I just can't never say Marlon not being on the field doesn't matter. You feel me? It definitely matters. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I feel like it's some other guys in that locker room that they believe in. We got a undrafted free agent that made the team, who they definitely directly said can play the nickel role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
No, we believe in our draft picks.
He's not a draft pick, though. You know
I mean,
the one I'm just speaking on.
Yeah.
Undrafted.
53-man roster. Let me say that.
That's it, bro. That's it. I think that Kyle Hamilton is still on the field. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Kyle allows you to still maintain favorable matchups. So even if it isn't necessarily like a corner that's able to step up right now, then maybe we got a safety in the building, you feel me, that can play a more significant role, so we can move Kyle around a little bit more to, again, create more favorable matchups. But hopefully, you know, Marlo not that bad off, and he'll be able to, you know, come out there and do what he do.
Hopefully Jair is ready. I mean, how much time you need, my guy?
Now you at about 3 weeks. You're about 3 weeks now.
How much time
you should
need?
Be about ready.
We already seen that, like, hey, bro, this the Ravens. Shit come at us fast, no Diddy. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be ready to play. Got to be ready to play.
So
now that you know the type of culture this really is, yeah, it's fun and it's cool and everybody brothers and all that other shit. But you gotta be up on your business, bro. You gotta do your job. Your job is to cover. I'm gonna need you to cover.
We got Super Bowl aspirations, man.
Super Bowl aspiration.
No time for play.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to go 1-0 a week. You know what I'm saying? So
that's it. And that's all.
You gonna help us or you gonna not? Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's all I really, you know what I'm saying, pretty much had as far as the Ravens. Just wanted to say if you wanted to do a little freestyle about anything else NFL related, anything else you're interested in that's going on around in the NFL. How you feel about our division?
Well, all right. So, two part
Hope you had
because I
something
did
else
have a
or
little
whatever.
freestyle
Yeah.
question. You feel me? Division. Joe Burrow hurt again. You know what I'm
Again.
saying? I don't know how much the Bengals gonna be able to sustain, but best of luck to them. Aaron Rodgers looked good in week 1, not as good in week 2. The Browns are still the Browns. So my freestyle question would be, although it has turned out to be conflicting reports after the news came out, but rumor has it, possibility, that the Ravens had intentions to draft Shedeur Sanders, and it's alleged that he told them that he really didn't want to play behind Lamar and he preferred to go somewhere else where he felt he had an opportunity to start. So we'll just say, if this is true, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I did hear about this, and I actually have like mixed feelings. I'm like 50-50 on it right now because it's like part of me is like, okay, he's saying like, all right, the Browns don't have a quarterback right now. I can actually go there no matter where I get drafted at. I can go there and I can win the job because they don't really have a quarterback, no matter how it go, or a long-term quarterback. So they're still trying to figure it out over there. Opposed to going to the Ravens, or also heard it was reportedly he made that the Eagles man was going to take him as well. Two great organizations where you're just going to go sit behind quarterbacks. You may make Super Bowls, you may get rings, but you're probably going to sit for the next 4 to 5 years. You're going to come in as just a relief quarterback whenever, you know what I'm saying, the game is out of hand, whenever quarterback happens to go down. So I can understand why he may not want to do that. My problem is like, bro, you see how the NFL is trying to do. They're purposely trying to sabotage your career. They can't just do it because it would be illegal to just not pick you at all. You know what I'm saying? If that was happening to me, I would rather go to where the more stable organizations were than go to, even if I gotta just, because now I'm here. I'm here. I'm in the league. I'm at a great organization. I'm having fun. No, I'm not the starter right now, but you also play behind running. You will also be playing behind running quarterbacks. So you don't know what your opportunity would have been. And then what type of opportunity you to went into if something was to go down with all the weapons they put around these quarterbacks? You would have definitely had an opportunity to show what you can do in the preseason because we didn't play any starters the whole preseason.
Right.
So even if you don't stay here, we'll have a great referral system. People get jobs in the NFL once they leave the Ravens. Go ahead, brother.
So I agree with all your points. 3 names come to mind. You feel me? Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love, Jimmy Garoppolo. You feel me? Baker Mayfield went to fucking Cleveland, and that
Right.
should probably set his career back. You feel me? Because he went on to prove that he is definitely a starting quarterback in NFL. But look what you went through to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
What they put you through.
Jordan Love,
Put him through.
right? Jordan Love came in behind Aaron Rodgers that for a couple years, and then became the guy. And now he's been
They put a
relatively
team
successful
around him.
since he's been the guy, right? And then Jimmy Garoppolo, you feel me? Tom Brady got hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo had to step in, and that
1
made
year.
him money. That made him money.
He became a starter.
That made him money.
Perfect. That's a perfect take. Like, come on, dog. There's all different types of ways to make it.
At the end of the day, I'm going with the most quality organization because that has the best opportunity to preserve the longevity part of my career, in my opinion.
Yes. Where you with the Browns as a third string quarterback, where they can
Emergency
easily, you know what I'm saying? Like, they only really keeping you on the roster because you're a seller. But then that kind of
The
like
motherfuckers is buying that 12 jersey.
It's kind of bad for the organization because now it's like you got players in the locker room that starting and doing their thing, and the fans coming out and they just screaming your name, a third string quarterback. Like, that could never happen in these other two places. You can never outshine Lamar Jackson. You can't outshine Jalen Hurts. You can't outshine Derrick Henry. You can't outshine, you know what I'm saying? Saquon Barkley. Like, bro. But now you are in the headlines every week for all the wrong things. Now they looking for reasons because they don't have you. If you was here, the way the Ravens control their media, you'd have been good. And the city would have embraced you like we embrace any superstar that comes through our team. Whether you playing or whether you're not playing, we embrace you. So it was like, all right, I think he's definitely, this the kicker though. I think he's definitely going to get an opportunity to play this year for the Browns because it's no way Flacco's going to stay upright or win enough games to continue to play. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be 0 for 6 or something crazy like that with the type of division we play in and the type of like the teams we got to play this year. Gabriel, I don't know. I don't know what Gabriel's going to do. He has that same opportunity. He can get the job and never let it go on some Kirk Cousins type shit. You feel me? So, like, it's still like, you know what I mean? You may be backing up
trash organization.
Somebody who just 500. But it's like, yo, you can't beat these guys out in practice. I don't know. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just what I see is a lot of like life lessons learned. It's gonna be a lot of things you're gonna be able to look back on and be like,
a lot less fuckery with the Ravens. That's my whole thing. With a lot less fuckery, bro.
But, and even if you is on the bullshit, they gonna find a way to sweep it under the rug. As long as it's not on videotape. If you're on videotape out the elevator, hey, man. But look, we're going to bring you back. We're going to bring you back for the honor and let you come and wave to the fans. We're going to bring you back. You see Ray Rice was out there like,
hey diddle, man. Shout out to Milford Mill, man. Shout out to Milford Mill. Coach Rice.
What's up, man? But yeah, bro. Yeah, man, that's about that's about it. Let's go ahead and wrap it up for
Yes,
real.
sir.
This has been another edition of Big Flock. Sure.
Yes,
Hope you
sir.
enjoyed it and hope you come back next week every
Same time.
Wednesday at 8:15. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We see y'all next week. Let's go Ravens. Blackout Monday night.
Get it, man.
Can't touch this. 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 Can't touch this.